Gear up, fellow gamers! Today, let's delve into the exciting speculation surrounding GTA 6 revolutionary weapon system. Picture this, your personal vehicle trunk becoming the infinite arsenal, an ode to the immersive storage system in previous Rockstar titles. With hints of dual wielding and the Red Dead-inspired weapon wheel, it's clear GTA 6 is set to redefine how we arm ourselves in the ultimate gaming experience. Subscribe if you want weapon system to change, or comment if you want for it to stay the same. Thank you and let's go. And there we're starting off with a guy claiming graphics for GTA 6 trailer 2 are crazy, but I would say that these are not the graphics. And also by the second post we could see the other guy saying here's Lucia's photos created by designers and it looks beautiful. Stay tuned for leaks and developments and more, but all I'm gonna say as we are looking into the vehicle behind her, it is actually not designers, and this is literally an AI on both of the pictures. As well as we could see, this fraud got 2500 likes on the last one, so we can expect a lot more AI fakes. Yes, this is obviously AI, yes, truly it is AI, but it looks pretty amazing, and even these AI created pictures make a little excitement for us because how creative AI already is, and probably as they are finishing up the game they might use AI a little bit more too, and maybe they already created some AI like characters, I don't know. We will see it once the game will be released and we will know all the facts, information and all of this stuff as well when it's going to be released, and I'm going to be the first one to tell you about this. Next up, a YouTube video posted during the 2022 leaks has an alleged playlist of songs that will be on the radio in GTA 6, and one of the songs is Ring My Bell by Anita Ward, and as we remember yesterday we had news that Anita Ward's official Spotify, if I'm not wrong, was a GTA 6 logo on her song Ring My Bell, and if we look at the date, September 29th, 2022, we had actually this picture before, and we already talked it out as well in 2022 when the leaks were going out, so maybe it's not just a mistake and it's just a small hint by Rockstar over there for not the GTA 6 trailer 2 song, but probably the in-game song over there. GTA 6 weapon inventory speculation and discussion. The purpose of this post is to speculate, discuss how the limited inventory system works in the context of GTA 6, and I invite you to correct known information and contribute your own predictions and wishes. I think a lot of people have comes to similar conclusions, and some of you may think, well duh, but here it goes. I think the personal vehicle trunk will act as the infinite weapon storage, just as our protagonist pocket did in all previous GTAs, and like the Saddle did in Red Dead Redemption 2, with emerging rumors of dual wielding seeming reputable, as well as the Red Dead style weapon wheel. From the leaks, it's clear to many that the inventory will be more similar to Red Dead than any GTA game. And now, how could this system work in detail? Heavy speculations. Number 1. If you drop one of your weapons, it will always be available at your car even when you can still see it dropped on the ground. 2. A concealed pistol will be default, stay equipped unless you decide otherwise, always ready for action. Third one, although this system is more realistic than its predecessors, it should give the license for the trunk to be unrealistic for convenience sake. Infinite storage, summoning dropped weapons, etc. Fourth, unlike Red Dead Redemption 2, players spend a lot of time in stolen vehicles, so how they handle weapon inventory in the case that your car is far away will be interesting. Perhaps if we are caught in combat away from our vehicle, we will have to make do with what we have or pick up dropped weapons in the heat of the moment, which would mean unfortunately no convenient explosive when overwhelmed even in the late game. Maybe this is much needed balance to make a powerful weapon more satisfying, or maybe it would be too limiting for many players. I can see this being a bit divisive. Fifth and B. Another option for handling inventory when away from the trunk could be getting the second protagonist to summon the vehicle nearby. For example, if you would pinned by police as Lucia, you could call Jason and he would spawn around the corner and park the vehicle nearby so you can make a break for a much needed rocket launcher or assault rifle. Or we can actually hold the bag where your weapon for the mission will be located, and you can like put the weapon from the vehicle to your bag, which you will hold through the mission. We already saw that in the leaks that our character is handling the baggage with it. I mean, like a huge bag with a weapon probably inside of it. Safe houses will also be an opportunity for changing equipment, and I believe there will be lots of purchasable safe houses, mostly small apartments like in Red Dead Redemption 1. This, as well as temporary safe houses like motels and hotels, seem likely. And your owned arsenal should be universal between safe house storage and vehicle storage, as in your weapons are available at multiple places simultaneously, and you should also be able to remove weapons from your active arsenal like the gun locker in Red Dead Redemption 2 and the GTA Online in order to free up space of unwanted redundant weapons. 7. Maybe you can quickly switch small weapons when standing near the front passenger window instead of opening the trunk, as this would work by reaching for the glove box via opening the door or reaching through the window. 8. When in the driver's or front passenger seat, you can only switch small weapons via the glove box. And in order to change long arms, you would have to go to the trunk, which holds all owned primary and secondary weapons. 9. So when entering a vehicle with weapon on your back, they should stay equipped, as this will all allow you and players to develop a go-to loadout that suits their play style. 10 is because of limited loadouts, there is a heightened importance on making compromises for different situations, as I think a good quality of life feature would be saving the selecting loadout presets when browsing the trunk. 11. I speculated there may be 3 tiers of weapon variety, as primary long arms, secondary pistols, and special weapons heavy weapons. Special weapons would include rocket launcher, grenade launcher, and minigun, and it could be that heavy weapons can't be holstered on your back and you would have to drop it to switch to any other weapon unless it's stored in a duffel bag. 12. Special weapons may be carried in a duffel bag, which replaces the primary weapon slot, and in order to equip this special weapon, this way you would have to place the bag on the ground and pick up the heavy weapon, as this would be the only way to carry special weapons on your back, and it may affect walk speed. This has 2 major advantages over immediately equipping it to your hands, and you can access your secondary without dropping the heavy weapon, as the weapon is concealed. 13. It seemed unlikely that we got 2 primary weapon slots on our bag, as the leaks only showed 1 primary weapon slot, and I hope we got 2 primary weapon slots to add variety and options mid-combat, as this 2-slot system could be implemented through the duffel bag. 14. I believe it is likely primary weapons can be concealed with a duffel bag at the cost of having to place the bag taking longer to equip them, and it could also be an animation where you reach into the bag by pulling it around to your front. Both options should take longer than being equipped directly from your shoulder. Unconcealed weapons could make NPCs skittish as aggressive or even call the police. An open carry is illegal in Florida, not an expert. Please correct me if there is nuance. Perhaps rural NPCs are less opposed to brandishing weapons. 15. I think the duffel bag will be able to carry multiple weapons, with different size weapons taking up less or more space. Perhaps 2 long arms can fit in a duffel, and in context of my special weapon theory, the duffel bag can fit 1 special weapon, and the duffel bag would replace the primary weapon slot when equipped. 16. I have no clue if 2-handed melee weapons will take up a primary slot. Part of the reason I'm hoping for 2 primary slots, as I think it's more likely it can only be held in your hands or dropped unless you have a bag to carry it, and I figure this is as I can't imagine them adding a strap to a baseball bat or having it floating in our back. 17. Hopefully there is some lenience with realism when it comes to how much space there is on our person for non-firearm weapons like throwable. Maybe we can summon multiple grenades out of our smaller pockets. Alternatively, grenades may be visibly hanging from a belt or only available with a bag. 18. Somewhat unrelated. Hopefully there is something mechanically equivalent to the lasso from the Red Dead, probably a taser combined with zip ties, tackling plus zip ties, or straight up and unlockable lasso. Zip ties are confirmed but only in the context of hostage taking. 19. Perhaps saving stolen vehicles. Purchasing vehicles turns them into a secondary personal vehicle that also stores your arsenal. 20. Yes, I wouldn't mind some magic storage when it comes to equipment and consumables, as there may be a bag for consumables such as medicine, food, and cigarettes that isn't actually a visible accessory on our character. As well, let me know your thoughts and your own speculations on how this system would work. That's all the information we got on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.